EU Cyber Skills, an educational series focused on the European cybersecurity skills and certifications, highlighting training programs, skills frameworks, and career success stories.
Welcome to Cybersec TV and our segment Skills and Awareness in Cybersecurity. Today, we are joined by Mr. Roberto Ponieman, founder and CEO of Impact2B Games. Roberto, startups emerge to solve problems, and Impact2B is no exception. What are the key challenges your initiative aims to address, and how does bigger than 1 billion project fit into its mission?
The idea is the following. We see that the youth are daily engaging in a ton of antisocial conducts that basically are generated by their online activity and the lack of reasonable education and awareness of what those risks are about. So basically taking into consideration that there are no real plans to try to fix the problem before it gets even worse, and that would impact the society at large in the future, we decided to engage into the challenge of providing cyber awareness and cyber education to the teenagers that are moving into the universities in the last year of high schools, so they can become more resilient in order to be able to face those challenges in a proactive way, thus bringing better outcome for society at large.
Roberto, to change the world is not an easy task. How do you expect to reach 1 billion teenagers?
Well, let me comment on the structure of our initiative, the bigger than 1 billion initiative for the cyber protection of the youth of the world. It's structured around the common interest partnership. So it's like a kind of a solar system in which you have bigger than 1 billion, the impact initiative at the center like the sun, and then you have the common interest partners that joined our initiative, and that includes basically transnational institutions like some member countries of the Organization of the American States. You have streaming platforms, you have social media platforms, you have advertising partners, the biggest advertising partners in the net. Then you have also banks, you have corporate stakeholders, social actors, foundations. So we created a common interest partnership to be able to expand our footprint by engaging them in this impact initiative, which basically is to provide awareness and cyber education for the protection of the youth of the world. And we provide, as I mentioned, free digital education on online risk, financial inclusion, and grants for the best for a first quality of employment in IT and the cyber industries. So when you engage in a common interest partnership with that kind of high-level stakeholders, basically we're all working together here. It's not that this is not like a startup that I have to pull and push to see if it happens for myself. We are trying to make this happen because it's good for the world.
You've chosen gaming as a teaching vector. What are the advantages of using games to enhance cyber awareness?
The idea is that the game is an excellent tool to capture attention, to engage and motivate. So the type of learning that the kids will get will be based on their own entertainment. And that makes the tool a great way to educate. That's our take on this.
So that's great. Impact2B focused on both social and business impact through gaming. How does this translate into real opportunities for youth employment in cybersecurity?
So we provide free online education on cyber risk, free online education. And the third leg of the project is to provide grants on IT education for the best players and the guys that showed that they understood what the challenges are. The best way they would get grants to study, for instance, Q&A. There is a lack of around 500,000 jobs in the IT industry in the basic levels in the front line. in America, and that includes South America, Central America, and North America. And I understand that the figure in Europe is something like 350,000 as well. So what we are doing is trying to provide our little contribution by making agreements with chambers of commerce and also recruiting companies, so they can ask us what type of jobs, vacancies do they have, so we can provide the human resources to cover those, let's say, the lack of skilled personnel needs.
And Roberto, beyond skills development, what lasting impacts do you expect to have on youth, online security, economics, and broader cybersecurity landscape?
Well, the gaming tool basically brings resilience against harmful influences and practices. So what we are doing here is to provide awareness in a gaming environment, an immersive gaming environment, on what the consequences are on choices that one can take when confronting online risk. So when we're saying that somebody becomes a bully and sees that there is no consequences, and that basically if you go online and play the game and you see that people might commit suicide, and when you're bullying somebody they get isolated, and depression and anxiety and many other problems that become associated with antisocial activities, and you provide that kind of awareness and people see what happens while they're playing, then you are counteracting the negative consequences of those outcomes that can be produced if you don't do it. That has to do also with the structure of our game. We provide motivational rewards for people that are able to complete the game as they should. When they learn the syllabus that we provide in the form of a video, and then we put the puzzles together and we question them on what did they learn, what pathways that they took, and what do they think about the outcome. It's an educational tool. It's a game, but it's an entertainment game. It's an edutainment, if you want. So when you provide this kind of tools, you are getting people to behave properly into the future in society, meaning that you will have much lower rate of online generated issues that end up provoking suicide contacts or activities or so forth, and depression and anxiety. So you take a load out of the social security system as well. So it has an economic impact that it's measurable. Also, you get people to understand that their bad attitudes can land them in jail, because some of them develop criminal attitudes also inside of the game. They can choose to act in a criminal way. So we teach them that this would land you in a place in which you don't want to be.
Can you please describe the strategic importance of a tool that provides awareness on online threats to youth?
Well, I think that education, mental health challenges, on what it's basically generated by a non-guided, if you want, non-directed online activity, which is basically a scenario in which everybody behaves like if they were in a jungle. Everybody can do whatever they want. I think that the strategic importance of the tool is critical, because it prevents the development of harmful personality traits. That's what we were discussing in the previous question. And that's a long-term commitment when you basically provide the seeds for people to understand how they can stay away from trouble and make the society a better place and get rewards for that. I'm going to get into that at the end of the answer of this question. What are the consequences, as I mentioned, of toxic conducts that they can experience in life, and understanding what type of consequence that will bring on into their lives. Also, understanding that engaging in aggressive behaviors is something that it's going to come back to them as a boomerang, and it will end up making their life miserable, as they can see regarding the outcome of their wrong decisions inside of the game. These are things that make the tool something that is of strategic importance in terms of education for the youth. Nobody has up until today, the way we're doing it has taken on themselves the mission of trying to educate more than 1 billion kids on how to protect themselves about online risk. The important thing here is to understand that the motivational aspect of providing rewards in this game, which, as I mentioned in the beginning, we provide a digital wallet which is embedded in the game. The points that the kids accrue, they can exchange in the e-commerce store that is inside of the game as well for goods that they might need. They can get discounts for their career when they go into the university. They can, through partnerships that we are putting in place, they can get discounts to buy educational tools and materials and phones and tablets and books and whatever they need. So I think the whole thing, if you see it, the holistic aspect of how we engage this common interest partnership with incredible industry stakeholders in the fields of education, social media, streaming platforms, technological companies, institutions, transnational institutions. The way we are creating this initiative, which is a common interest partnership that engages the most important stakeholders to make this possible, to make this happen in a short time. We have a time span to get into at least 5 million kids in 3 years, and then scale up from there with the help of international institutions and governments. I think that's something of strategic importance that nobody has yet done. Our philosophy and Impact to Be Games is to change the world one game at a time. And everything that we will be doing in the future, it has the similar mission at hand. It's the same task. Now we begin by providing cyber awareness, but there are other problems that should be tackled by providing awareness to kids, like what happened with climate change and many other problems. Betting is a big, very, very big problem in the youth these days. They get indebted for esports betting, and these are all problems that we're going to be tackling in the future. So I think we have a strategic mindset in terms of how to prevent the risks of not doing anything in terms of the outcome that society will experience if nobody's doing it. So we took that on ourselves, and we have a strategic mindset to try to prevent.
That's great, Roberto. Is there anything else you would like to add?
Well, the fact that you see that there is a very bad situation, of course, in underdeveloped countries regarding the first quality employment opportunity for the youth is something that should be addressed from different perspectives. So we invite everybody that can provide some input for the betterment of our initiative to contact us and to get in touch with us, either by providing grants or for certification in IT or cybersecurity. We're more than open to keep on adding new partners to our common interest partnerships to make this initiative a reality that will really bring about benefits for the youth in the next years when they have to face the challenges of real life. When they get out of school and the university, people need jobs, and I think that the future of the cyber industry and the IT industry is to keep on creating opportunities for them. So if somebody wants to join us in this initiative, they're more than welcome to contact us. And basically, with Cybersecurity, a lot of success, and we are here whenever you need us. More than happy to come back again. Thank you for your time, Nicolas.